back to the channel, Elevated Spirits. It's Jazzy, your reader for today. This is going to be a check-in, a weekly check-in for this upcoming week. Whenever you see this video is when it's meant for you. All my readings are timeless, except for, of course, the new and full moon phase readings. So, without further ado, shall we? Okay. I know it's been a while. Oh man, life has been lifing, to say the least. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing your best to hang in there, you know, staying as aligned and balanced as possible, okay, throughout all the changes and the shifts and upgrades and the downloads and all the fun stuff that's going on right now in ethers and the planet and the cosmos, okay, and obviously down here, you know, on the 3D, in the 3D with us humans, right, going through this human experience. So let's see. I asked Spirit who needed a message today, and Spirit gave me Pisces. And then I got my dice and was like, you sure? And they were like, Pisces. So, you know, Pisces, there's a Pisces out there that needs a message. So here we are. Okay, so for those of you that are interested in booking a private consultation, checking out your other elements playlists, donating to the channel, checking out your my Etsy wish list, and donating your girl a coffee. Any of that information can and will be found in the description box of every single one of my videos below. Okay, so let's get into this for Pisces. Let's see what's going on for the week ahead. What do we need to know? What does Pisces need to know the most? Spirit, what's going on? I rarely get, you know, the message to do a reading for you guys. So, you know, when Spirit does give it to me, obviously it's a reason. So we have, oh shit, I didn't even realize 2 came out. So at the bottom we have a Athame. All right, so for those of you wondering what an Athame is, this is what an Athame looks like. All right, for me, mine is a selenite wand. Okay, so I use this to do my protection rituals, my uncrossing, my what am I trying to think of? Cord cutting rituals. That's what I initially got it for. So this is a cord cutting Athame. So for some of you, okay, maybe needing to or getting like guidance or nudges to look into cord cutting rituals, things like that. Okay, some of you, this has to do with boundaries, maybe boundaries that you're needing to set with people around you, maybe with yourself and others. Okay, so the 2 cards that did come out though is the High Priest, High Priestess, and Familiar. Okay, Responsibility and Guardian. So I definitely feel like you guys have a familiar spirit around you. Those typically show up. It's interesting. I was just literally just reading on this today. Like it came up, I'm trying to think, I was looking up something else and this came up instead. And it's really interesting how it basically explained to me the difference between a familiar, which typically shows up in the form of a pet, like a spirit that houses the vessel of a pet, or like it's a guide that houses the vessel of a pet, or it's a like a pet that lives in your neighborhood that you see regularly. That's a familiar. And then the other one was a familiar spirit. Okay, so that one is a familiar spirit that comes to you in the spirit form that you know, shows up at different times when you need, you know, the guidance or, you know, the protection or whatever that is, right? It's people that, you know, not people, but spirits that help you, you know, with guidance or maybe with your rituals, your magic, for those of you that, you know, are in the craft like myself, practitioners, right? Witches, things like that. The familiar spirits, those are the ones that typically come to help you with those things. So for some of you though, this is showing up in the form of an animal, like actual animal that has been around you. For some of you, it is a familiar spirit, like I said, that could be showing up in the form of an animal. So it's technically what they call a spirit of familiar, which is the pet, right? But I feel like for some of you, it's one that is guiding you during this time. Okay, I feel like your intuition is really on point. Okay, some of you may be kind of like going through an initiation period at this time. Okay, or just this could also just be simply your I feel like some of you Pisces may have a spirit guide around you that is like watching over you at this time. Okay, I feel like this guide may be giving you a lot of messages, maybe sending you synchronicities, things like that. That is because I feel like you guys are maybe coming into some great sense of power, okay, like personal power, right, over your own life, over your own sovereignty. But I feel like Spirit wants you to, it's like this guide or this familiar spirit is around you to help you to discern. Okay, I feel like there may be a situation that maybe some of you are needing to set healthy boundaries with, okay, whether this is yourself or others. And I feel like it could be because there's people around you or things around you that you may be needing to protect your things that you're manifesting, something that is like in the process of cooking, right? Something that you guys are waiting to receive. I feel like some of you are needing to set boundaries at this time with yourself. Like I said, whether this is like overindulging or kind of like being too attached to the outcome of a situation or something you're trying to attract, right? Something you're trying to call in. It's like some of you are needing to, Spirit's asking you to exercise boundaries with yourself or someone else around you, okay? There's definitely something that I feel like is on the way, something you've been asking for, something that's been like manifesting, kind of like cooking behind the scenes, so to speak, okay? But it's preparing you to receive it, okay? When you're in this feminine Empress, I don't know why I said Empress, Lady Goddess, but it's the same, you know, kind of like the same type of energy, but this is still being in that. The point that I'm trying to make is being in the receptive mode, okay? When you're in this energy, the energy of the goddess, that is you being in the mode, the energy of receptivity, meaning you're in the energy of being able to receive your blessings, okay? So for some of you, you may be, I feel like some of your intuition is heightening at this time. I feel like some of you, it may be kind of like coming online, or it's just increasing in like accuracy, okay, for some of you, or just intensity, right? And I feel like for some of you, there's a familiar, you know, that's the guide or the guardian that's around you, that's maybe helping you at this time, maybe sending you messages. I feel like some of you may be getting a lot of messages during this time, so it might be beneficial for you to keep a journal, okay? Start journaling. Some of you may be out of practice with your journaling. You may want to get back into practice with journaling. I know I've kind of fell off the last few days, not gonna lie. Like I said, life's been lifing, so, you know, I have to give myself grace and, you know, that patience to, you know, allow me to go through, you know, the things that life is taking me through, right? And so that sometimes requires me to, you know, put more attention into other, you know, modalities of self-care than others, right? So, you know, but I'm working on, you know, reestablishing that balance. So for some of you, that might be something that you're needing to do at this time, or you may be guided to do, reestablish some boundaries, get back into practice with your protection rituals. For those of you that have those, that have maybe protection mantras, some of you may be guided to look into those things, okay? Because I feel like some of you, it's like you're stepping into this energy of being a high priest or high priestess, and it, with great, you know, with great, you know, it's like, what is it? I'm trying to think of the saying, but anyways, basically saying that this title, it comes with a great responsibility. So you have to be prepared, you have to be ready, okay? So for some of you, like I said, you have somebody that's kind of like a spirit that's like in your ear, I'm hearing like, or maybe that like a guardian that sits on your shoulder in a sense, you know what I'm saying? That's guiding you at this time, okay? That's maybe helping you, sending you messages, letting you know you're on the right path, maybe sending you hints of who this is that maybe you're needing to set boundaries with, or maybe what this is, if this is like something personal to you, whether it's like drugs, alcohol, addictions, you know, anything like that, anything that you're maybe just doing a little too much of, okay? That could be even fear, right? Boundaries, setting boundaries with the things that you let, you know, get into your psyche, the things that you consume, right? And that just doesn't mean food, okay? That could be, you know, music, energies, right? Connections, interactions, conversations, whatever it is. Yeah, I feel like some of you, it's definitely about, you know, your intuition. I feel like it's really popping right now, okay? So I feel like it's going to be important for you guys to really, you know, I feel like there's a lot of pertinent information that's kind of trying to come through at this time, okay? This could definitely have to do with someone that you are friends with, okay? Someone that you are maybe coming into some type of friendship with, or someone that you're already in a friendship with. This person could be this pet, this guardian. It could be a pet of a friend's, okay? This could be a pet that belongs to a friend of yours. That's interesting. I've never gotten that message before, but that could definitely be what this is, okay? This familiar guardian could be like a pet that you frequent, that you see frequently, because it's someone that belongs to a friend of yours, okay? It could definitely be a cat. It could surely obviously be a black cat. For some of you, it could be a frog. It could be coming up in the form of like a gecko. So this is like any animal that I feel like maybe that you may have a great bond or connection or friendship with. For some of you, it's your own pet, right? That for some of you, it's even a dog, right? What's giving me like the vibes of loyalty, okay? So let's see one more. Spirit for Pisces. What do they need to know this upcoming week? Some of you too, this could be a friend of yours that's in your friendship circle that could be serving or showing up to you as like some sort of a guide this week, okay? So grieving, okay? Yeah, so for some of you, you may be grieving a pet, okay? Or maybe a friend, someone around you could be grieving a pet, okay? Others of you, if you have recently lost a pet, okay, my condolences. I have never lost a dog or anything because I have never owned one, so I can't imagine, you know, really what that feels like, but I can just basically empathize with you, you know, have compassion for what you might be experiencing. But I feel like for some of you, If you have recently lost a pet, this is Spirit's indication letting you know that that pet is okay, okay? I feel like that pet has transitioned over as a guardian for you, all right? I feel like this pet now shows up to you as maybe a guardian angel of some sort, so you may want to, you know, check on that pet, like call upon that pet, you know, if they've, like I said, that have recently transitioned. It doesn't have to even be recent, but for some of you, maybe you're just now energetically in a place to be open to this connection with this spirit, that's this pet, okay, that's coming through this pet. So for some of you, that's, you know, for some of you. So let's see what else for Pisces spirit. Okay. Some of you may be traveling. You may be needing to take a flight, and that could be have to do with some type of a family emergency or something, okay? I feel like for some of you, you may end up meeting someone. Some of you may meet someone. This may have to do with a Cancer. This may be Cancer energy. Some of you may be driving, okay? Like driving cross country or taking like a long road trip. So we have plane, chariot, and phoenix, all right? So I definitely feel like Pisces, whatever some of you may be experiencing at this time or have recently experienced, like I said, this is energies for the upcoming week. However, I feel like for some of you, this may have not fully played out just yet, all right? Or some of you are like kind of like literally in the middle of it, but just know at the end of the day, you know, regardless, you guys are going to come out stronger than ever, okay? I feel like some of you need to hear that reminder at this time. Some of you really needed that reassurance with maybe whatever you're experiencing, whatever may be really difficult for you guys right now, okay? So we have plane, a journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full. And then we have chariot, charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. And then we have phoenix, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis, okay? And this is the plane card. So like I said, for some of you, you may be traveling to see, you know, like for like a funeral or something like that. It may be a friend that may have passed recently or something like that, and they may be coming to this friend. For some of you, you may be losing a friend, like it may be a human friend that's transitioning, and I feel like this person may be showing up for you through your grieving process. This person may be coming to you in spirit form, in the form of a pet. This friend of yours may be coming through a spirit form, like through your own, it could be through their pet, right? Where this friend is like now your guardian angel, or this could be coming through your own pet, right? It could be theirs or yours, right? That this friend maybe, that's a fear. I feel like for a very, very small percentage of that's definitely, that message feels so fucking specific. So that's definitely not going to be for all of you, but that's what Spirit's giving me here with this. So I definitely feel like Spirit wants you to hang in there though, whatever this is. You are going to, like I said, the Phoenix is here. So it's showing, it's a clear indication you guys are going to rise like, you know, like never before. So it's, you know, it's just a matter of doing your best. Like I was saying at the very, very beginning, before I even started pulling cards, about, you know, doing your best to stay as balanced and focused and aligned as possible during this time. Okay, so let's see what's going on, Spirit, for the upcoming week for Pisces. What do they need to know, please? Let's see what's going on for Pisces, Spirit. I'm not doing anything specific, so whatever Spirit wants to talk about, that's what comes out. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands popping out first. Spirit, clarify, please. Some of you, this is like a new opportunity where something that it feels like maybe you guys are losing, I feel like it's serving as an opportunity to inspire you. Okay, I feel like for some of you, where things that you may have, where you maybe have like so many different avenues that you can choose, where some of you, it's like putting you in a state of like analysis paralysis, where it's like you have so many different things you could choose, or you're not choosing anything at all. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, if you're like losing a friend or someone that you had a close bond with or something like that, if someone is transitioning, I feel like that experience is happening to you, not to hurt you, even though I know that stuff like that typically really is painful, you know, in the moment, and it's really, you know, can take quite some time to heal from. But I feel like for some of you, it's like you're experiencing this because it's serving as an opportunity to inspire you. Okay, I feel like for some of you, it's like it is painful, but it's inspiring you to no longer maybe waste time. Like for some of you, if you have like a really bad habit of like, let's say, procrastinating with certain stuff, right? Or like maybe you guys have you have a lot of talent or skills that some of you are maybe hiding or not, you know, really using, not utilizing. Okay, for some of you have spiritual gifts that you're not really utilizing, that where some of you are being guided maybe by this friend or this guardian to be like a one that like, if like say for some of you, for example, have the gift of clairvoyance, right? Some of you may have, you know, see visions of things, and you guys are like helping people solve crimes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like some of you, you're being presented some type of opportunity that is, I feel like, serving as a form of inspiration in some sort of way. Okay, and it may not make sense right now about maybe why you're being inspired to do something or go somewhere, but I definitely feel like it will make sense. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Seven of Swords to the Six of Swords. Okay, so this is, I feel like, something that you've been it's like anything that has been deceptive around you, okay, you're moving away from that. You're coming out of that energy. Okay, I feel like some of you are just kind of like keeping a low profile right now. Okay, until like I feel like things get a little bit calmer, things may be smoothing over. There could be a lot of things that are happening right now and things that are going on behind the scenes, and some of you are kind of just in this energy of not really wanting to be too involved. So I feel like some of you are kind of like flying below the radar until, you know, things kind of smooth themselves out. All right, so we have 77 here, and these two sevens are my, like, for me as a reader, these are like my warning sevens. Okay, just because they're the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups, and I just say that because the Seven of Swords represents, that can obviously represent the liar, cheater, thief, you know, people or energy around you, but this could also be a self-sabotaging energy. Okay, so I would be mindful of, you know, where you may be kind of like taking blind action in a sense. Okay, it's like I feel like some of you may not have a clear direction about what you want to do or where you're trying to go, but some of you may end up sabotaging yourself by, you know, taking action without really being clear about what it is that you're doing. You might, you know, like I said, you might find yourself kind of like sabotaging the progress or success you could have in doing so. But, you know, I feel like this is maybe an energy around you. Okay, that some of you I mean, this is like an energy that I feel like some of you are really embodying at this time. Okay, of where you're kind of like I was saying earlier, flying below the radar in a sense. Okay, I feel like there may be a lot of things going on around you that may be kind of like confusing, or, you know, kind of like it isn't making too much sense, okay, to you at this time. And for others of you, this could just be the options that you have, where you guys have, you're inspired, you're wanting to do something, where maybe this loss or whatever this is, it's like intuitively you're guided to do something. Okay, this for some of you may end up being like some type of cause, you know, like a cause that you care a lot about, that you have a lot of care for. Like it could, so I feel like, so whatever this is could end up putting you kind of like into your purpose in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like where you're finding, like, because of this loss or this traumatic experience, it's acting as like the catalyst to, you know, move me forward in some type of way into something else, where if you've, like I said, been confused, it's going to be made clear what you're needing to take action on. Okay, so let's see what else there are for Pisces. What's going on? And at the bottom too of this deck, we have proposal, which I meant to mention earlier, but I forgot. Followed by that, the wish. Okay, so for some of you, this may be, you may be getting some type of business opportunity, okay, that may require travel. And this could be something that you've been wishing for. Okay, so for some of you, this could have to be, that could be exactly what this has to do with here. Okay, where some of you, maybe you're inspired to go for this, whatever this is, but I feel like some of you may not be sure on if it's something that will work, or something that you really want to do. Okay, so I feel like some of you are really in this energy right now, Pisces, of, you know, kind of checking things out, you know, kind of seeing, is this, you know, something that I really want to invest in, or is this something that I really should do, something that I should take? Okay, whether this is like partnership, like this proposal is coming from like a romantic partner, or, you know, like I said, a business situation. So for some of you, like I said, this may be presented to you maybe while you're on vacation or a trip. Some of you may be getting proposed to during it, like while you're on vacation. Okay, some of you may be going like on a trip with your partner, and it may be like your partner's way of like kind of like maybe helping you grieve maybe a recently lost friendship. For some of you, you may have recently lost someone, and, you know, there may be a partner that's presenting, you know, this proposal to you in order to kind of like make you feel better in some type of way. Okay, I'm not saying that's why they're doing it, but maybe the reason why they're doing it, when they're doing it, could have something to do with it. I'm hoping, I'm really praying I'm not ruining nobody's surprise with this, but I'm, you know, I have to give the messages that Spirit give me. So let's see. All right, Spirit, what else for Pisces? Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of you, this is the way this is playing out is destined. Okay, it's destined to play out the way it is. All right. I feel like you guys have gone through a lot, Pisces, and Spirit is like in this energy is like of kind of like paying you back for, you know, all the things you've lost, all the things you've experienced. You know, it's like things are finally going in your favor. Things are finally turning, you know, in a positive way on your behalf. Okay, 6 of Wands, clarifying the wheel. All right, so this is success, this is victory. Okay, this is, you know, and we have 2 6s here, 66, so 77, 66. All right, repeating numbers here, but this is, you know, things getting easier, coming out of a, you know, rougher period of life of conflict and confusion and illusion, right, into success. Right, it's like something maybe finally, it's like maybe something you're being inspired to take some sort of action on is actually benefiting you. Okay, it's actually turning the wheel of, you know, destiny and fate in your favor. It's like things are definitely changing, but they're changing in such a positive way that some of you may not be expecting. Okay, so let's see what else is going on, Spirit, for Pisces. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like some of you, it's like really, it's like, get excited. Okay, I feel like the action that you've been taking, it's paying off. All right, some of you, you're being guided to take some sort of action, and it's gonna pay off. Okay, and that's why I feel like, again, this is talking about this High Priestess card. So this is your intuition. Okay, I feel like your intuition is really guiding you at this time, Pisces. So it's going to be, I feel like, important for those of you where this is, you know, any of these messages have been resonating. It's going to be important for you to listen to that intuitive guidance. Okay, that intuitive, you know, GPS system that guides us. Right, it always guides us to where we need to go. Spirit, clarify the Knight of Wands, please, for Pisces. Why is it here? Page of Wands. Okay. So again, this is getting excited, right? But this is also about taking action. Okay, so the action that you guys are being, you know, being guided to take, whether it's, you know, about your passions, your goals, dreams, desires, and passion is at the bottom of this deck. So for some of you, this is definitely talking about your passion. Okay, something that you're passionate about. Like I said, for some of you, this has to do with a friendship or something that some of you are grieving, even if this person hasn't transitioned physically. Okay, some of you are just grieving a connection where it may have started off as a friendship turned into dating, and then the dating didn't work and you lost the friendship as well. Okay, that's not going to be for everyone, but some of you, this happened for a reason. It was destined that this played out how it did. For some of you, it's played out in order to bring you ultimate success. Okay, but I feel like for some of you, this is more so talking about maybe just an opportunity, like in general, like opportunity in life, or, you know, surrounding money or finances, you know, something like that. Like I said, a business opportunity, you know, something that didn't work. It's like something, Spirit is replacing it, whatever you lost or whatever you're grieving, Pisces, Spirit is replacing it with something better. Okay, something way better. So let's get an overall outcome message here, Spirit, for Pisces. What's going on for them this upcoming week? Page of Cups. Okay, Spirit, clarify the Page of Cups, please. For some of you, what this also just gave me too, we have the Strength card here. What I also am getting a whole different storyline that just came through for you guys right now is, for some of you, this could definitely be someone that, if this has to do with a connection that some of you have been in, someone that maybe claimed that someone was a friend. I feel like some of you are finding out that someone has lied about having sexual encounters with someone. Okay, I feel like for some of you, someone has more than one option, more than one person they're dealing with, and someone's not being honest about it. So I feel like for some of you, if you have recently moved on from this person, things are now quickly turning in your favor because of that. For others of you, if you have not moved on, this is your guidance, or I feel like for some of you, confirmation to move on, because your luck is changing once you do so. All right, I feel like for some of you, this person is a player. All right, this person is maybe really flighty. They can't sit still, really. Okay, they can't maybe stay in one place for too long. They can't maybe for sure stay with one person for very long. All right, and I feel like this person may be coming towards you. You may have recently connected with this person, or recently started communicating with them. They may have sent you a message, or maybe you guys, like I said, have recently gone out together or something like that, like connected physically. But I feel like it's like some of you are just kind of like in this energy of like, I need to go do something else. I feel like if this is, like I said, a connection where someone was dishonest with you, and you're moving past it. Things are turning out in your favor, and I feel like somebody may be coming back, you know, trying to apologize. For some of you, this is a Leo, okay, that this could that this reading is about. So for those of you, some of you may be dealing with the Leo. You also have Jupiter card here, Sagittarius energy. But yeah, that's the only two major arcanas in this whole spread. So I feel like for some of you, this could definitely be a Leo. But others of you, this is someone, like I said, apologizing to you, okay? Because maybe they let their pride or ego get in the way, trying to have you as a fucking option, and that didn't work. It didn't go in their favor. And so for some of you, this person, you know, maybe trying to get back in your good graces because they kind of realize they fucked up. All right. So for some of you, this friendship, maybe a grieving a friendship, could be someone's excuse. Okay. So I would be, you know, mindful of that, where you know, someone may be using some type of story, sob story or something. Not saying that, you know, grieving a friend is a sob story, but I'm saying like someone could be either making something up or just simply, you know, using that as an excuse, you know, the loss of someone as an excuse for poor behavior and bad decisions is what I'm getting at here. Someone is like maybe not being fully accountable, okay, for their actions. All right. That's clearly message not going to be for everyone, but like I said, I just got that message here towards the tail end of this reading. So let's get some wrap with some advice for Pisces during this time. So for this upcoming week, whenever Pisces sees this message, okay, this one is meant for you. So keep that in mind. These are timeless. All right. If you're drawn to this reading, there's a message here for you. That is the intention that I set with all my readings, and it works every time. So I'm very intentional about my stuff. So all right, Spirit, advice for Pisces, please. Speak ahead. What do they need to know? High Priestess in reverse. Don't ignore your intuition, okay? If your intuition is guiding you or telling you to keep maybe something to yourself, keep it to yourself, okay? Six of Pentacles. For some of you, this is about some help that maybe some of you are giving to someone or receiving from someone. Don't ignore your intuition about maybe someone that's asking you for money, okay? I feel like someone could be lying about it, all right? It could be like funds to move or something like that. Some of you, somebody may be lying to you saying that they need, you know, help moving or something like that, or it's to buy a plane ticket or, you know, some shit like that. But yeah, don't ignore your intuition about whatever this is. Someone, like I said, that's asking you for money, or someone that may be coming to you saying that they want, you know, to give to you, you know, have an equal give and take in a connection, okay? This person may be hiding things. If they are hiding things, it's going to be revealed, okay? So, because the High Priestess in reverse could also represent things that are hidden, okay? Things that are hidden being revealed. So if there's any secrets, maybe, okay, that maybe if someone was holding a secret about being in a connection, that's going to be revealed. Or, you know, giving to another connection, giving outside of your connection, that's going to be revealed. So for some of you, you may have been getting inklings about this. Spirit is saying, don't ignore your intuition about that. If you're having thoughts or ideas that someone may be, you know, giving time and or energy somewhere else, they probably are, okay? For some of you, this reading is serving as divine confirmation for that, all right? Some of you may be guided to take a trip, okay? That could be what this plane and this chariot is representing. Some of you may be guided to go on a vacation, take a trip, get away, okay? Take some time for yourself. If it's possible, I would definitely recommend doing that, okay? Spirit, what else for Pisces, please? Whew. This reading went in a couple different directions. I'm like, what do I call this? How do I even title this? Like, I don't know. Spirit, what else? Advice for Pisces, please, this week ahead. Knight of Cups. So this is about following your heart. Do what your heart desires, okay? That doesn't mean make an emotional decision. That's not what I mean when I say follow your heart. But it does mean get in a grounded place and drop into your heart space to really ask and listen and consider what your heart needs and wants before you make any decisions, okay, with whatever this is talking about, with whatever this is regarding, okay? But for some of you, this has to do with you know, don't ignore your intuition about maybe, you know, going somewhere, doing something, you know, helping out somewhere. You may meet someone that you might end up really liking or dating, okay? Some of you may be looking to date, and you may end up meeting someone while you're out, maybe doing charity work for some of you. You may be like out doing like donation work or something like that. You may end up meeting someone that turns into something more, something long-term longevity, all right? Spirit, what else? Okay. 10 of Wands. Anything that's burdening you, allow yourself to drop it, okay? Some of you may be taking on too much. Make sure that you're not taking on things that don't belong to you, okay? But this is also too about, for those of you where this resonates, if it's possible, if you can delegate tasks to other people, do that. Okay, so like for those of you like myself that are like, you know, as business owners and the shit's difficult and you're like a one person show running every fucking thing, if you have the sources, the funds, the resources, things like that to delegate or like outsource your responsibilities or tasks, things like that, please do that. Okay. You know, if you're able to get like a virtual assistant, do that. You know what I'm saying? But for others of you, this is talking about simply dropping things that weigh you down, okay? Whether this is thoughts, experiences, emotions, limiting beliefs, connections, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever is weighing you down and burdening you, making you feel like you can't do something or like something's not possible or it's just too much, you know, it's like it's time to release it. Spirit wants you to drop it, all right? All right, Spirit, let's get one more advice for Pisces, please. Wow. 10 of Cups, and that landed on top of the High Priestess in reverse. So I feel like for some of you this has to do with the family. Okay, you may discover that someone, you know, was having sex, you know, without you knowing, or behind your back without your knowledge. Okay, some of you may have been finding that out. That could be what's being found out here, that someone has a family. Okay, that maybe that's the secret that for some of you this is, that someone it's being revealed that maybe someone has a family that they didn't tell you about. Okay, they may be trying, that person may be trying to leave, but you know, I feel like for some of you that could be what this 7 of Swords here is, that someone may be not telling you about. They may be trying to leave with the 6 of Swords. It may be something that they're trying to get out of, but maybe it hasn't happened yet. Okay, but I feel like for some of you, if that's the case, this person may be trying to come back and apologize for holding that back from you. Okay, with the Strength card here, trying to be, you know, strong in the situation instead of just telling you what the fuck was going on. For some of you, this person kept it to themselves and didn't tell you anything. And then what happens when you just leave people up for assumption, you know, it's kind of like people respond based on what you do give them. If you don't give them much details or much to go off of, what do you expect them to do with that? You know what I'm saying? But I find it interesting. I'm gonna show you guys real fast here, Pisces. All these cards here. Do you see all this? Like, I've never seen these cards all show up in one spread like this. Like, okay, and these are 4 cards. We know what 4s represent. For those of you that don't, 4s typically represent foundation, right? 4 corners of a house, 4 corners of a building, right? That's foundation, solid. Two corners on each side makes it balanced, stable, right? Stability, foundation, 4s, okay? That's what that typically represents. So for some of you, it's like there's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of fire here, okay? And the passion card is at the bottom of this deck, which I showed you guys earlier. So for some of you, this is a very extremely fiery and passionate connection that some of you, I feel like, really need to set some boundaries with. For some of you, this person may have some spiritually transmitted things, okay? And for some of you, that may be why you need boundaries with this person, okay? I didn't even notice till at the bottom of this deck, of the clarifying deck for the advice, okay, is the Devil. So for some of you, this person may have a sex addiction, okay? This could be someone you're dealing with or someone around you, all right? But there's a lot of fiery energy here in this boundaries card. So for some of you, you're going to really need to communicate, okay? For some of you, this is about communication, using your sword of truth to communicate boundaries, okay, with someone that maybe just comes around you or just wants you for sex, okay? I feel like this person may be dealing with a lot of people, all right? And if this person is trying to tell you that they want to be with you and they love you or some shit like that, that they want, you know, a family with you, don't ignore your intuition about this person, okay? I feel like this person, whatever dream they're trying to sell you, they're lying about it, right? I feel like you need to move on. Some of you are moving on, or you need to. Once you do, for those of you that haven't and you know who this is, you know what this is, and you haven't yet, once you do, that's when things change for you. That's when the success and the recognition, the reward, and all that, for some of you that have been working really hard towards that, that is when that stuff comes in for you. For some of you, it's like Spirit is holding on to this and holding it back until this is done, until this happens, okay? So for some of you, it's like, you know, this person could be a friend. This could just simply be a friend, but I feel like this person could be really toxic as well. And some of you may be grieving this friendship, but you know it's time for it to end. Some of you know exactly what this is, okay? And you know that it's time for this this friendship to, I feel like, you know, dissolve. And I feel like it is, all right? And I feel like that's when, once this, you know, once this happens, that's when whatever you guys have been incubating, whatever like manifestation that some of you have been asking for or waiting on, that's when you receive it. That's when it comes in. But I feel like for some of you, this needs to clear out first, okay? And some of you may be guided to alchemize, you know, use your alchemy, your powers of alchemy, right? To alchemize the energy, alchemize the situation. For some of you, that is what this is about. Alchemizing like maybe dissolving this cord, this energetic attachment that some of you might have to the devil, okay? To someone that maybe you just can't seem to fucking let go of, someone that you just have so much passion for, that you guys have a lot of passion about each other, for each other, okay? I feel like for some of you, this person is definitely a player, okay? Someone that maybe really, you know, deals with a lot of people, all right? So like I was saying, but this is about alchemizing that energy. And once you do that, that's when you it's like that it's part of an initiation. Some of you, that is exactly what this is. You're going through an initiation, and you know, it's important that you know, make this happen, okay? So that way, whatever it is that you've been incubating, whatever it is that has been like cooking, essentially, right? Whatever this blessing is, it can make room for it to actually manifest in the 3D, okay? So, whew, yeah. Let's get one more spirit for advice for Pisces, right? 8 of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, know exactly what this is, and spirit just wants you to walk away from it, okay? Whether this is physically, metaphorically, or energetically, okay? I feel like for some of you, this is exactly, you know exactly what this is. And I feel like some of you, if you've been like kind of finding yourself crying out of nowhere, I feel like that's your soul's way of kind of like already, like I feel like your soul for some of you has already been like grieving a connection, and you maybe haven't even been realizing it. I feel like for some of you, you've been really like emotional lately, and it really may not be making sense of why you're feeling like that, or why you're being inspired to, like I said, do something. And I feel like for some of you, it's you're being guided to like maybe you know, sneak, like do something underneath the radar, underneath the surface, behind the scene, or something like that. For some of you, it's like being guided, you may be being guided to like save money to, you know, to move, or to pack, or to like save to like rent a U-Haul or something like that. For some of you, you're being guided to do that, to make those plans, but not tell anyone about it, okay? And I feel like for some of you, once you do that, once you make those plans, the universe is going to work it out to where, you know, that move or whatever that is that you're being guided to do is successful, okay? I feel like for some of you, it could definitely have to do with your passion, something you're passionate about, maybe just chasing your own passions, not chasing, but going for taking action towards your own passions, or the things that you are passionate about within your own life and your experience, okay? Whether this is in the form of a person, or you know, just your passion for life in general. But like I said, some of you, this is about walking away from a person, walking away from a connection. Once you do that, that's when you rise like a phoenix from the motherfucking ashes, okay? And that's when this person will come back apologizing to you, you know, because they held back, apologizing for, you know, why they did what they did, or holding back from you when they should have gave you everything, right? Wow. But for some of you also, this could also be new love that could be coming in the form of a Leo. This could be someone new, all right, that some of you may be holding back from because you're worried about repeating the past, okay? But like I said, because this is coming up in advice with the 8 of Cups, though, I feel like for most of you, this is someone or something that you're being asked or guided to walk away from, okay? Spirit does want you to be optimistic about the future, be optimistic about what's possible, you know, what comes in to replace anything that leaves, okay? Be optimistic about what the universe is sending in its place, okay? So Pisces, that is what I have for you. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it got a little dark here, but nevertheless, I really hope that you gained something from it. I hope that whatever you came to this reading for, you have found. And if you have enjoyed this reading up until this point, if you made it this far, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so, so much. I've been kind of like burning myself out lately, so that's why I haven't been on as much, but I refuse to read if I'm not in alignment. So yeah, I hope you guys can still appreciate me showing up for you in this way. So if you resonate with any of the messages here, I really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up. Consider subbing if you have not.